everyone says that this is season 2.9. It's almost like a play on the old Overwatch, which, by the way, I know everyone in this game is terrified of being like Overwatch in any way, shape, or form, but like you guys steal the same jokes, you know? Okay, let me explain from what I read and what I saw and like what people were talking about. A lot of people were saying they didn't like this season already, even though we're only like 2 days in. Whether it was meta stuff, whether it was the new map, whatever it might be. I played day 1. I didn't play yesterday though. What happened? I felt like it felt good. So wait, why do people think it's not bad? Or sorry, why do people think it's bad? People are mad about Wolf? Hey, hey, just saying though. I want to give you a word of warning. Your teammate hovers Wolverine. Don't ban it, even though it's the most broken character in the game. That's toxic. Don't do that. Have they fixed the bug, by the way? Feels like dive heavy meta? I wouldn't say it's any more dive heavy than last season. I guess apparently BP had bugs fixed. He had some bugs with his kit fixed, so that's why like BP apparently feels much stronger now. At least that's what I've been told. I'm not a BP player, but that's part of the reason why there's been a meteoric rise in Black Panther. Don't forget, on top of the content we're getting this month, next month is a whole new hero. Oh, I know. There's going to be a new content cycle. I'm pretty sure you talked about this before, but why don't you think roll queue would be bad? Unless I heard wrong. Oh, no, I didn't say that. Oh, no, don't come after me. Listen, I know I give a lot of takes all the goddamn time.
Not today.
But I swear people always get stuff mixed up like crazy. Like I've heard some crazy things where like people are like, did you hear Futz say this? I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Did he say that? I don't remember that. Because I didn't. Like that's a good example though. I don't want this game to have roll queue. And the reason why I don't want this game to have roll queue is the same reason I've had since the beginning of the game came out, and it's this very selfish reason. And the selfish reason is I got to play 8 years of Overwatch. I got to play 8 years of hero shooters. I got to see a game make a ton of decisions. A lot of bad, a lot of bad, and some good. I want to see this game do the exact opposite in every way, shape, or form. It's like playing Detroit Become Human and getting to play the game again and see a whole new version play out where you do different choices from what you made the first time. And so the first time, we went with roll queue. I don't want to go roll queue. I want to see without roll queue. I think it'd be very funny. Although, this game is kind of speedrunning everyone wanting all Overwatch's bad decisions from years ago in like 6 months, which is kind of hilarious, but not the point. I'm here for the ride. That said, I don't understand why people are so mad about it. What else would I see people were mad about with this season? Oh, people said tanks are bad. I don't think tanks are bad at all. I think all the tanks are pretty good, except that's actually not true. The tanks that definitely I've not seen any success with are Thor. Thor kind of just blows now. And the reason why I think Thor blows is because they never gave back his survivability, which I kind of expected them to do after they took it away and gave people a chance to learn it. They never did. So that, combined with all the heroes that are meta this season, are Punisher, Storm, Bucky's still good, Namor's really good, Phoenix is really good, Torch is still pretty damn good, Wolverine's OP as shit, Psylocke's still insane, Hela's still insane. So like all the really high burst and BP, the high damage burst characters are really good. So Thor doesn't have a lot of survivability, where like last season he had a potential to be good because he was kind of like a fat DPS. But even though it didn't end up working out that way, even though I still like the rework, I think the hammer throw thing was a good change. I think the being able to cancel Awaken Form is a good change. He just doesn't have the survivability or the tools to keep up. The other one I was gonna say is Penny, but the thing is about Penny is Penny is statistically the highest win rate in the character in the game, bar none, and it's not even close. The thing is with Penny is the higher up you go, the worse she is, unless you're a specialist who's extremely good at that character. And the extremely good people on those characters will win because they know how to make it work in almost in every scenario, but other people don't, so they won't pick her because she doesn't have the greatest kit. But those who actually know how to play her will get the maximum value out of that kit. And a lot of people, especially in the higher ranks, aren't really used to playing Penny. So they actually fall for a lot of the Penny tricks these days. But in the metal ranks, Penny is such a f***ing demon in those ranks that like they just can't deal with her. And she's good against characters like BP. So if BP is dominating a lot, which by the way, BP is one of the highest win rate characters in the entire game as well, especially in those metal ranks, you have a character that is really good at dealing with that, but also is really strong too in those ranks. And so it's like, Holy shit, people rated Penny S tier, that's how you know they're low elo. But like, they're technically not wrong, right? Like for their games, it is technically right. But once you climb higher, it's more than just stats on a stat sheet. It's more about team play. It's about coordination and what it brings to the fight, right? What it brings to your team, right? There's a lot of things that are taken into account with that. Also, didn't mean to get on track about Penny and Thor, but regardless, though, it's such a meta difference from like higher rank to metal rank. It's insanely different. I saw people complaining about Squirrel Girl, saying the Squirrel Girl change is actually ridiculous. Why is this character even better and better? What else did I see? Lobby P. Oh, people said tanks weren't good, even though most of them I feel like are pretty good, other than those two. And even one of them is a statistical anomaly. I can't technically even say it's bad. And then on the support side, right, like Luna's still arguably best support in the game. Loki's still really good, right? I don't think everyone's caught up to Cloak and Dagger just yet, but we're getting there. It's weird, where like I feel like a lot of things are playable. Like nothing's truly horrendous anymore. Like even the most horrendous character I'd say is probably like Black Widow or Switch is like the lowest of the low. But in like the metal ranks, which is pretty good. In the higher ranks, there's like 4 good Widow players, but those 4 good Widow players are like scary as shit, you know? Did you see the clip of a Squirrel Girl homing missile following a swinging Spidey? No, but if you have it on hand, I'd love to see it. Oh, another one, the Mantis rework, technically, to the healing. I felt like it was pretty good so far. It makes Mantis a little bit more viable on her own. However, though, you still want the team up. Like, Mantis is still 10 times better with Adam there. And then you're forced into triple res, though, right? Like, or triple support res comp. You know what I mean? So it's like, even though Mantis can kind of stand on her own 2 feet a little bit better, it's not that much better, right? Like, it's not enough to justify it over things like Luna, over things like Invis, other things. But I don't know. I'm actually genuinely at a bit of a loss on why people are so upset about this season. Unless it's just the effect of those who complain are the vocal minority, and the vocal minority these days are much louder than they ever been. Actually, hang on. Not to be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy. So today is Sunday, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 115k players playing, 24-hour peak. It's 136. So it peaked out at the beginning on Friday, new season of 162. After about the last week hitting a low of about 35 at a low point. But even in the high point, it's still like 93. So it was new season, like doubled the player base again, just on Steam. And typically people always go, oh my god, Steam charts, what does Steam charts matter? Data is typically correlative in a lot of ways in this aspect, where like console will probably mirror this in a lot of ways, right? Not saying it would be exactly the same, but like, let's say there's 50,000 players on Steam. There could be 60,000 players on console. There'd be 100,000 on console. There'd be 10,000 on console. But like, the difference between them would also, we're gonna get there, King, in a sec. That's a good call out. But the difference between them, even if the number in the starting point is differently, if it goes up by 25% or down by 25% or up by 50% or down by 50%, is typically correlative across the board, even on different platforms. So like, even let's say the console player base is double that size. If it had a 50% spike, console probably also had about a 50% spike, which is also the point. But someone in chat already shouted it out. It is summer, and summer means people go the outside and don't give a about. Sorry, a lot of normies don't give a about gaming during the summer. That's just unfortunately the truth. And I can tell you that as someone who's been streaming for 5 years, as a business professional. I am not any emotion in this. I am telling you strictly as a monetary professional. There is a reason why sponsors typically slow down in the summer unless a game has just released. It is typically the reason being that most people are outside. Most people are touching grass, going to the beach. They're out of college, whatever. They're at home for the summer. Not saying they don't play video games, period. But they're typically doing other shit. Gaming is a great hobby, especially in the fall and in the winter and in the early spring. But The normies typically all go outside during the summer. It happens every year, and you can see it through Twitch viewership as well. As a good example, for most games and for most categories, they all take a big dip unless it's something major during the summer. That is normal. It happens every year. I've seen it.
Here they come.
I know for a fact because it affects my own numbers, and I've had to look into it in the past of, oh my god, am I sucking as a streamer? Did I do something wrong? And then after 2 or 3 years of going through it, going, oh, that just happens every year in the summer. That's what happens. So there's a lot of normies on Twitch. Nowadays, yeah. There is way more normies on Twitch these days than there was, say, 5, 6, 7 years ago. Twitch is much more mainstream. And a lot of that has to do with the IRL streaming section. Your Kai Cenat type groups of IRL stream / like more mainstream. So much so that I've seen some older gaming creators, like big gaming creators that maybe aren't so big anymore, give the take that Twitch should have been gatekept. And the reason why they think Twitch should have been gatekept is because Twitch mirrors a little bit more almost like TikTok in a lot of ways than a gaming site these days, where you see a lot of people that are hardcore IRL clip farming, and they're trying to like most of the top creators and most of the top clips and viral stuff are either like really controversial, rage bait, whatever it might be. It's not like big clips anymore. It's not like gaming. It's not like someone hits a big shot. It's no like funny gaming moments a lot of times. Like those are a lot less common these days than they were, say, 4 or 5 years ago. Not saying that Twitch should have been gatekept. I'm just repeating it. Point is though, we went on a bit more of a rant than I guess expected, right? I'm just confused on why people don't like this season. And if you look at the numbers, maybe they're lower than what people expected. But I think that's a lot to do with summer as well. I think the consistency starts now though, where the next month and the next month and the next month with a new hero getting released every season / every month is going to be a big determining factor on longevity. It's going to be a determining factor on what the new baseline is. Also, I just saw the link. I saw you got timed out for it. I got you. Okay, so someone sent me this and said, "Dog, who asked for this shit?"
Here they come.
No, that's not real. No, that's actually not real, right? Regardless, though, I'm more curious why people don't like this season so much. I don't know what it is, but I haven't played nearly as much already as I have in previous seasons because I was very busy yesterday. So I did day 1 of, what would I do, like 17, 18-hour stream first day, and this is my second day right now, but it's day 3. So I guess I'm curious why people don't like this season. I don't know.